welcome back to those of you who are returning. So happy to see you again. And a warm welcome to those of you who are just now joining us. You've clicked on our weekly series called Video Friday, where each and every Friday we talk about the body and the mind and how we can better take care of ourselves. Today, we are actually doing a quick 10-minute head flow. So if you want to go ahead and find yourself in a comfortable position, whether that means you're sitting or you're standing, it doesn't matter as long as you feel safe and you feel comfortable. So we're going to actually begin today's flow with a little shoulder work because as we know, the body is entirely covered in a thin layer of connective tissue called fascia. This fascia is actually interconnected in a way where when you massage one part of your body, you're affecting the entirety of your body. So beginning with some shoulder relaxation will help us open up all the muscles up our neck and into the head. So we can begin with some ear to shoulder. And the other side. Great. And as we do this, remember this is your 10 minutes in the entire day to treat yourself to some restoration that will go a long way. So now we can do some shoulder raises and drops. I find that this releases a lot of tension quickly. Maybe you want to inhale when you raise up, a nice exhale when you drop. And some rolling of the head, really finding all areas that are tight and rolling into them slowly and gently. Yes, just like that. So now you may begin to be feeling a little bit more relaxed. And if so, that's great. Let's go further. Now we're gonna take our hands, we're gonna place them on our head, and we're gonna do some nice, gentle, yes, circles on the scalp. That's right. Going all the way back and down. So starting up at the hairline, nice gentle circles, moving all the way back, touching that back side of the head that doesn't get as much attention, and down. Good job. And now at this point, if you want to go ahead and wash your hands, because we will be touching the face next, that's totally up to you. And we'll be right here when you return. Okay, great. Now that your hands are clean and you're ready to get into the face part, we're gonna actually start in a place that's very common for headaches. And this place is associated with the headache type called tension headache. That's the most common type of headache that people go to the store to get over-the-counter headache relief for. But here right now we can do a quick little massage on the head at the temples to relieve that painful sensation. So our temples are actually made of the temporal bone and the temporalis muscle. The temporalis muscle wraps around the ear. It's also known as the snail because it kind of looks like a snail shell. So knowing that, we now know that we can massage the temporalis muscle up and over and around the ear, right? So that's going to maximize this flow and give us the greatest relief. You can do this with your finger pads. You can do this with your palms. Whatever feels best for you. Now, when we do this, we're also affecting our lower jaw because the temples, the temporalis muscle, is connected to the lower jaw or the masseter muscle by way of the TMJ, which is the temporal mandibular joint. So temporo meaning temples, mandibular meaning mandible, which is the lower bone of the lower jaw. This joint can become very tight on people who experience stress and anxiety, and as a result grind their teeth or clench their teeth. And we all do this to some capacity, especially when you think about the masseter muscle down here on the mandible being such a strong muscle that helps us break down our food multiple times a day. There's a lot of pressure going on here. So it can feel really great to get into this TMJ, temporomandibular joint, and work it out along with the masseter. So we're going to go ahead and do that today by just continuing our circles down into the masseter muscle. And you might look really funny, and who cares? No one's giving you shit for taking care of yourself. Good job. And another way to work the TMJ of the masseter is to start up here by the joint and very slowly move your hands down. And you'll notice that you don't really have to do much moving. Just let your finger pads glide over the myofascial. You're doing great. You can do that once more, and this time give your jaw a little open and close. If you do experience clicks of the jaw, you don't want to go as far as to hear the click. So just open your jaw a little bit less wide. This is relieving so much stagnant, wrapped up tension there. Remember, moving slow and allowing your body to do the work. Now move your jaw around and see if you can feel a difference. I can definitely feel a difference. Feels like a ton of bricks have just been lifted off of my masseter. It's amazing how just a little bit of massage can drastically and radically change your life. Now that we've done that, we can continue on to the face and do some caterpillar scrunchies along the eyebrow, as there are many acupressure points here. Notably, the space between the eyebrows, where that space meets the top of the nose, called bright light. So you can press this and hold it for 20 seconds to find relief from headache. And or you can scrunch along your eyebrows like a caterpillar. You're doing really good. The last two that we are going to do, first one involves the sinus cavities. So if you're experiencing headache in the sinuses, you can do this where you find the sinus cavities under your eyes and you just, with your finger pads again, slowly move outward. And you're going to want to do this several times. And what you're doing is you're draining all that stagnant fluid and you're creating space and relieving any kind of inflammation or swelling. Good job. And lastly, after we've done some draining of the sinuses, we can begin to further work out and down the body by coming to the ears. And just as we learned in the reflexology video with the foot, the spine is actually connected by way of energy meridians on the inside of the foot, and the spine is connected to our ear by way of energy meridians along the spine of the ear. So what we're doing now by caressing in circular motions or pinching gently, if that's something you prefer, down and around the ear, we're actually massaging further down our body and along our spines. So incredible. Remembering to continue your deep breathing and taking up space and time for yourself. And I like to kind of close out with some earlobe pulling. That always makes me feel really nice. Awesome. And that's it today for our 10-minute head massage. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you can take this away with you and or return to it whenever you're feeling a headache come on. There is no reason why any of us should live in pain, and there are so many tools and resources out here to help you, and I am again so grateful and thankful to be one of those resources for you today. And as always, have compassion for yourself, breathe deeper, love deep, and I will see you next week. Peace.